All right, now we're gonna be hitting triceps. So we're gonna start with a very easy, basic variation. We're gonna do some dips on a bench. If you're just starting off and you're just starting to build up some strength, you do it with the feet on the ground. Just bend the elbows in, come up and squeeze the triceps. Down slow and controlled till you got a nice stretch. You'll feel this a little bit in your pecs too. Come up, squeeze the tricep out. If that's too easy, put your feet up on either a ball or another bench. You can also do this at home with like chairs. Again, I like the ball because of the bit of instability it adds. Down slow and controlled. Up, fully lock out. What I like to do is I focus on activating the upper outermost part of the tricep, and I find that that gives me the best overall activation. Let's do a couple more here at like a regular tempo. Inhale down. Exhale up. Perfect. And then there's also close grip push-ups. I'm not even going to demonstrate that. You just keep the elbows tight to the body. It's also a good tricep exercise. Now let's go ahead and do a couple different variations here. First one is just a standard tricep press down. You can vary the hand placement. Sometimes I like to do it super close with my thumbs touching the bar to work that short head of the tricep. And then you can go to the middle. And then I also really like working on the outer end. So I can hit, just like we were doing there, that upper outer long head of the tricep. So just like with everything, nice controlled eccentrics. And just like we did with the bicep curls, now you're gonna flex your biceps to get the full stretch in the tricep and press down from there. If you want, if you feel called to do some partial reps at some points, go for it. But with biceps and triceps, I always do every rep with the full range of motion. Now let's say if you're just working with resistance bands, maybe you're doing park workouts, you can either use these big loop bands and do both arms together. This band is pretty light, so I'll show you another variation of how to make it heavier. But same concept. If you want it to be easier, you hold it from lower down and it'll be pretty light. And if you want to make it more challenging, hold it up higher. Now for these ones, I like to do a pull apart at the end, and I'll engage my rear delts and my back, my upper back as well. Bicep flex, all the way down, push the band apart and out, activating that long head of the tricep. Now, it's also really good to work on things one side at a time. So the way I do these is I stand diagonally to it like this, get the stretch coming kind of across the body, and then I push down and do a slight external rotation of the shoulder. Like some people might come in here and like pinch like this. I like to always be working on my posture as I train. So I'll keep that shoulder back in the socket, let the full stretch happen by doing the bicep curl. And then once I get to the very end of the extension, I just do a very tiny, very subtle external rotation with the shoulder. This also works the rear delts quite a bit. So there you go, some very basic variations. If you want to mix it up even more, there's tons of videos online of all different ways you can hit triceps. These are just the main ones that I use.